So let's get back to the examples, or what are the plants or crude drugs involved in this category. Okay, so let's go with the first one, that is the neem. Okay, neem. The neem is been obtained from the neem extract is obtained from the leaves, fresh leaves or dried leaves of the plant Azadirachta indica belonging to the family Miliaceae. Okay, we all know this. This is the national treasure. We have each and every part of this plant or tree is gives rise to some medicinal property. So that's why it is known as the national treasure. Coming to the chemical constituents. So the chemical constituents, depending upon from which part they are being collected. Okay, so depending upon that we have the chemical constituents. So for example, one second, let me once brighten the screen. Yes. Okay. So coming to the leaves, so as we know, it is known as neem, right? So depending upon neem, you remember all these things. The chemical constituents which are present inside leaves are nimbin, nimbinine, okay, nimbandiol, nimbolidin, quercetin, ascorbic acid, nimbidinin. Okay, nimbidinin. So nimbin, nimbinine, nimbandiol, nimbolide, quercetin, ascorbic acid, nimbidinin. Okay, those are the chemical constituents which are present inside the leaves. Next, coming to fruits, we know the name Azadirachta indica. Okay, Azadirachta indica. So fruits contain Azadiridione, Azadirone, nimbiol, 17 epiazadiridione. Okay, very simple things. If you remember the Azadirachta indica and neem, you will get all the chemical constituents. You can easily remember all the chemical constituents. Okay, so first I told about the leaves. Next I told about the fruits, that is Azadiridione, Azadirone, nimbiol, 17 epiazadiridione. Okay, next coming to seeds. Seeds contain azadirachtin. The main chemical constituent is azadirachtin. Also contains 1,2-diepoxyazadione tetranotriterpenoids. Okay, these are this azadiridione we have studied over here. Azadiridione, right? So here we have studied 17 epiazadiridione. Here 1,2-diepoxyazadiridione. Okay, so that is about the seeds. Next, coming to oils. If we extract the oils from this plant, then the oils contain myristic acid, palmitic acid, stearic acid, oleic acid, fatty acids, linoleic acids. Okay, and the bitter principles which this plant is very bitter, we know that, right? ఈ ప్లాంట్ చాలా చేదుగా ఉంటుంది. సో దేనివల్ల ఉంటుంది అంటే, వై? బికాస్ ఇట్ కంటైన్స్ నింబిడిన్, okay, nimbidol. Okay, and also this plant contains vitamin C and E. So the bitter principles are due to nimbin, okay, nimbidin, nimbidol. Okay, so because of this, the bitterness is there. And it also contains vitamin C and E, glycerides like odiolin, oleodystyrene, okay, oleopalmitostyrene. So these are the glycerides which are present. So all these things are the chemical constituents present inside the neem. So next, coming to uses. So what are the uses of this plant? So we know that the leaves of this plant have antiviral skin disease treatment of skin disease problems. Next, they are helpful for jaundice during jaundice when a patient gets attacked with jaundice. Then they are helpful for the treatments of boils. They are helpful. We get bubbles like type of things on the skin, right? For that they are useful. They also act as antifungal. Next. For cowpox ulcerations of for cowpox they are helpful, and the oil is mainly helpful as a stimulant, antiseptic activity. Rheumatism, for rheumatism also has antiviral activity, and it is also used for soap making. It is also used for skin diseases like eczema, psoriasis, okay, and gingivital inflammation like gums inflammation. It is useful in the preparation of toothpastes. Okay, so when we consider some examples of the chemical constituents, like when we take it as oleic acid, here we have seen the oils, right? The oils, like they are having palmitic acid, stearic acid, oleic acid, linoleic acid, right? So when we consider the oleic acid, it mainly produces radiance of the skin and hair. This oleic acid is mainly essential for radiance of the skin and hair. It helps in the growth of the skin, growth of the hair, thicker hair, longer and stronger hair, and reduces the appearance of aging. When we come to skin, it helps in reducing the aging section. Okay, so that is what, and also it acts as an anti-dandruff. Which one? Oleic acid. Okay, next coming to stearic acid. The stearic acid which we were talking, so it is helpful as a cleanser, cleaning purpose anamata. So daniki stearic acid chala helpful. అదేం చేస్తుందంటే డర్ట్ని, స్వెట్ని, ఎక్సెస్ సిబమ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద హెయిర్, స్కిన్ అలాంటి చోట్లన్నిటిని క్లీన్ చేయడానికి స్టీరిక్ యాసిడ్ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. నెక్స్ట్ కమింగ్ టు పాల్మిటిక్ యాసిడ్, రైట్? సో పాల్మిటిక్ యాసిడ్కి ఏంటంటే ఇట్ యాక్ట్స్ as ఎమోలియంట్, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ అ సూతింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్. Okay, and what does it do is it helps in producing soft hair. Greasiness, stickiness అలాంటివన్నీ తగ్గించి this palmitic acid produces soft shiny hair. That is why palmitic acid is essential. Next we have linoleic acid, right? So linoleic acid ఏం చేస్తుందంటే it acts as a moisturizer. సో కండిషనర్స్లోని, ఓకే, అలాంటి ఎట్లలో యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. సో మాయిశ్చరైజర్ టు హెయిర్ గ్రోత్ చేసినప్పుడు అది యాక్ట్స్ యాజ్ అ కండిషనర్, మాయిశ్చరైజింగ్ ఏజెంట్ కింద యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. అండ్ వెన్ వి కన్సిడర్ స్కిన్లో అయితే ఇట్ ప్రొడ్యూసెస్, ఇట్ హెల్ప్స్ ఇన్ రెడ్యూసింగ్ యాక్నే. ఓకే, యాక్ని రెడ్యూస్ చేసి మన స్కిన్కి కూడా మాయిశ్చరైజ్ చేయడానికి లినోలిక్ యాసిడ్ కూడా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. So this is about the chemical constituents and uses. Okay, uses of this what we say neem. Okay, and another main important one was the nimbin. Nimbin was the main chemical constituent which is mainly having antiseptic, antifungal, antipyretic, antihistamine properties, relieves redness, swelling. సో అన్నిటికి ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ మనం ఇవి చెప్పుకున్నాం, పాల్మిటిక్ యాసిడ్, స్టీరిక్ యాసిడ్, ఓలిక్ యాసిడ్, లినోలిక్ యాసిడ్ అనేవి దేనికి అని. అలాగే ఇన్ జనరల్ కూడా చెప్పుకున్నాం, లీవ్స్ అనేవి యాంటీవైరల్, స్కిన్ డిసీజెస్కి, జాండిస్కి, బాయిల్స్కి, యాంటీఫంగల్ కింద, అలాంటి ఎట్లా ఆయిల్ అయితే ఎలాగా, అలాంటివి చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ నీమ్. సో నెక్స్ట్ కమింగ్ టు ఎలో. ఓకే, so aloe, we know the biological source of aloe is Aloe barbadensis. It is been obtained from the leaves, right? When we do any incision to the leaves, then we get the aloes out, right? So that is the Aloe barbadensis belonging to the family Liliaceae. Aloe barbadensis belonging to the family Liliaceae. Coming to chemical constituents. So the main chemical constituent present in aloe is aloin, which is a combination of 3 isomers. Aloin అనేది ఇది ఒక 3 ఐసోమర్స్ కాంబినేషన్ తోటి ఎలోయిన్ అనేది ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. ఆ 3 ఐసోమర్స్ ఏంటి అంటే బార్బిలాయిన్, బీటా బార్బిలాయిన్, ఐసోబార్బిలాయిన్. ఓకే, బార్బిలాయిన్, బీటా బార్బిలోయిన్, ఐసోబార్బిలోయిన్. ఈ 3 కాంబినేషన్ కంబైన్ అవుతే అలోయిన్ అనేది ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ బార్బిలోయిన్ ఆన్ హైడ్రాలిసిస్ ప్రొడ్యూసెస్ ఎల్లో ఎమోడిన్ యాంథ్రోన్ అండ్ గ్లూకోజ్. Okay, yellow amodin anthrone and glucose. When this barbiloin undergoes hydrolysis, it produces yellow amodin anthrone and glucose. Yellow amodin anthrone kaakunda, we also have yellow amodin anthranol and yellow amodin. These two are also present inside yellows. So these are the chemical constituents of yellow. Next is the uses. It acts as a purgative on higher doses. When we give in on higher doses, it acts as an abortifacient. Okay, for abortions you can use. So for higher, only during higher doses. Next, it also has some side effects, but apart from that, it is used as a abortifacient activity. Okay, next, in ointments it can be used for sunburns, okay, thermal burns, radiation burns. For all these burns you can use this aloe vera ointment. Next, aloe vera gel is generally used for cosmetics and toiletry preparations, right? So why these are used? Because they helps in moisturizing, revitalizing action, freshness, okay, and also produce the moisturizing, and also blocks the UVA and UVB. We have already studied the UVA, UVB and UVC, right? So they are helpful in blocking the UVA and UVB. So that's why these are very, very helpful. That is about our aloe. Next comes the last one, that is the cucumber. Cucumber, which is also known as kheera, right? We eat kheera. So that is the cucumber. So this cucumber has been obtained from Cucumis sativus. Okay, this has been obtained from what we say, Cucumis fruits, right? This has been obtained from fruits, that is Cucumis sativus, belonging to the family Cucurbitaceae. We already know this is a creeper or vine or something. Vine అనేది కూడా అనొచ్చు, ఆర్ క్రీపర్ అని కూడా అనుకోవచ్చు మనం. జనరల్గా ఏంటంటే పైకి క్రీపర్ కింద వెళ్ళడం కంటే ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఇట్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు లైక్ grape family. So it is we can say it is belongs to a vine, okay, creeping vine. So coming to the chemical constituents of this plant. So coming to the chemical constituents, generally contain vitamin K, vitamin B6, vitamin A, E, C. So any vitamins ఉంటాయి. Apart from that, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin ఇవి కూడా ఉంటాయి. అండ్ ఇందులోని హై లెవెల్స్ ఆఫ్ న్యూట్రియంట్స్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి. క్యూకంబర్లో cucumber contains high levels of nutrients. So high levels of nutrients in cucumber are known as cucurbitacins. Okay, cucurbitacins. So how they are helpful is, these cucurbitacins are helpful in preventing cancer cells from proliferating. So they proliferate, right? They proliferate and they what we say, they double in size and they multiply, right? So in that case, they are helpful in preventing cancer cells from proliferating and surviving, right? So it also acts as an anti-cancer, this cucurbitacins, okay, anti-cancer agents. Like next, they also contain minerals like sodium, calcium, okay, and phosphorus, iron. Okay, all these things are present. Also contains fatty acids like palmitic acid, linoleic acid, linolenic acid. So all these things are the chemical constituents which are present inside the cucumber. Finally, uses. So mainly it is used as a toner. The juice of the cucumber, okay, freshly we can take out the juice. This juice has been mixed up with lemon juice, okay, so that we can prepare a mixture and it can be used as a toner. And also next, coming to emollients. So it has a soothing agent, so it can be used for skin conditioners. As a skin moisturizer or skin conditioners, this can be used. Next, helps to clear the pores. Some people have so many pores on their skin, right? So in that case, this can be helpful. Next, hydrates the body. These cucumbers have generally 95% of water, and remaining percent will be ascorbic and caffeic acid. Okay, so as they have 95% of water, they can helpful for hydration. They keeps our body hydrated. So when we eat cucumber, our skin will be hydrated. Okay. Next, they also contain silicon and sulfur, which is helpful for hair fall, which stops the hair fall. Okay, stops, it is helpful for stopping the hair fall, and also reduces skin irritation, redness and itching. So all these things are the uses of our cucumber. So this is about the topic, that is protective agents. We have already given you the introduction part. So these are the drugs involved for protective agents.